Sage, can you hear me, or is the 2-minute warning working? Oh, fuck. Fox fake. I'm gonna have to ask people about that. This 2-minute warning, I thought, I thought I could say whatever I wanted within those 2 minutes. It's just too strong. And I said Fox, not the other word. I'm gonna be silent until the 2-minute warning has expired. And that's how it's supposed to work. What's going on here? Oh, goodness. Well, welcome to the Thundercloud. Sage is excited to be here. He wants this to be a long stream. I can tell that by his reaction earlier. Welcome to the Thundercloud, the Corpse Files as well. Even though you're flooding, we won't get you in trouble for that. Let me just take a look here. Why is this not doing what it's supposed to do? Okay, what is going on here? Oh, never mind. There, it's good. I can see the chat messages now. So we've got so much to go over in the world of hockey. Sage, do you want me to break down every move that was made today, including all the ones for less than $1 million? I'll take that pause as a yes. You want to hear every move that was made today. There was a lot of moves, but there wasn't many big ones. Sage, if you make me go through all the moves, I can. But I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm not going to be happy about it at all. Alright, let's start. Let's start with the NBA. There's a little less in the NBA. Actually, let's start with some football. The Dolphins acquired a tight end to replace Jonnu Smith. They picked up retired Darren Waller, as well as a conditional 7th rounder in the 2027 NFL Draft from the New York Giants in exchange for a 2026 6th round draft pick. So he's coming out of retirement. He's not going to do good. I'm just going to say right now, love Darren Waller. Used to get him in the fantasy leagues all the time. His best days are behind him. He's turning 33. He's just not going to be that good. Let's not kid ourselves. So another reason, it kind of shows that the Miami Dolphins are just idiots. That's all I have to say about the Dolphins. We had another move, didn't we, for NFL? No, not a move, but apparently TJ Watt wants to become the highest paid player that isn't a quarterback. And I don't think I'd pay him. He's like, turning 30 years old? I don't think I'd pay him. Took a slight decline last year. He's 2 years older than Myles Garrett. For me, like, the most I would give him is like what Myles Garrett gets per year with less guaranteed money, or I'd give him like 0.25 million more than Garrett, but I'd give him less guaranteed. So that's kind of how I would handle it. It seems like he's pissed off. Trey Hendrickson's pissed off. Everyone that's in the AFC North that's an edge rusher that's very good is extremely pissed off right now. Even the ones that aren't so good and unknown, they're pissed off as well. So there you go. There's the AFC North brought up to speed there. We do have NHL signings. Sage, I'm just going to go through all the ones that are like notable. And by notable, I mean like a certain amount of money. Like if it's like $3.5 to $4 million per year, we'll consider that notable. So you can tell me about this first signing. It was a contract extension, though. Well, I'm going to determine what's notable because of my fucking show. A lot of these are contract extensions, Sage. I didn't do this. Your stupid little NHL league did. Anyways, the Vancouver Canucks made 2 signings today that were contract extensions. And I think there's another one in there too later when we get to Brock Boser. First and foremost, they signed Thatcher Demko to a 3-year deal. averaging 8.5 million per year. So that's notable. That's notable. You think Thatcher Demko was, or all three of their moves? Because they also signed Connor Garland to a 6-year deal worth 36 million, but that's a contract extension. That's not a free agent signing. We have yet to name one. These guys here, like Joel Hanley, should I be reporting that? Yeah, we're gonna get to the Bozer one very soon, very very soon. But like guys like Joel Hanley, 2 years, 1.75 million. We're not talking about that, right? Like that's the Calgary Flames. That doesn't seem like something that we really should talk about, in my opinion. Exactly. All right. So we're gonna have to go above 1.75. Do you know who Jake Allen is of the New Jersey Devils? Because he's a little bit more. He's at 1.8 million per year, 5-year deal. He's 34 years old. He's a goalie. It looks like he's a backup goalie. All right, so we're gonna have to go a little bit higher with the price tag here. Exactly. So you think it's a decent signing? So you think I should be covering those small signings or just going a bit higher? The next one is definitely a notable signing. It's a 1-year deal for Christian Dvorak going to the Philadelphia Phillies. Sorry, 76ers. 1 year, 5.4 million. So what's that? A second/third liner? Christian Dvorak. Is that a good signing? So Christian Dvorak sucks, even though he's making $5.5 million. So that's too much money, apparently, according to Sage. We're gonna skip Colin Blackwell. We're gonna skip Noah Juleson. Do we really need to talk about Parker Kelly signing a 4-year deal with the Colorado Avalanche? 1.4 million per year. I don't think we want to go over those signings, do we, Sage? Skip. All right, we're gonna skip a lot then. This is the signing Sage was saying. So Vancouver did bring in Brock Bozer on a 7-year deal worth $50.75 million. Where'd they bring him from? What team was he on? Was he already on their team? Thought he was, wasn't he? Re-signed, but it's not a contract extension because he actually did test free agency to up his price a bit there. We got San Jose signing William Eklund to a 3-year, $16.8 million contract extension. That to me sounds like it's noteworthy. I've heard his name before. Now, has anyone signed Nicholas Ehlers yet? Because I kind of wouldn't mind the Leafs signing Nicholas Ehlers or Ehlers. I'm gonna say, even though this value, like it's only a $2 million contract, the Los Angeles Kings signing Corey Perry to a 1-year, $2 million contract. I think that's a good value signing. I mean, I know he's 40 years old, but he showed he could still be. Who's he gonna be? You're a Red Wing? Is that what he's gonna be? He's gonna be pricey. Well, I learned that the Leafs can create $6 million in cap, and they've got $5.5 million, so they could potentially get him if they wanted him. You think they've punched the ticket? I mean, that's what happened with Edmonton last year. They got Corey Perry, and just look what unfolded. Unfortunately, they couldn't close it. All right, what about Dan Vladar being signed by the Philadelphia? Oh my God, 76ers. Flyers, holy Lord. 3.35 per year. He's a goalie. That sounds notable. I like Corey Perry. He's always been good. I used to watch him back when they had him and Ryan Getzlav. So I'll start in Philly because Philly's just not too good at that position there. A guy like Joel Armia, 2 years, $5 million with the Kings, not worthy of talking about, right? Then we do have a couple big moves here for defensemen. We've got Vladislav Gavrikov, 7 years, $49 million with the New York Rangers. That sounds like a pretty big deal. You think a good value signing for Joel Armia? So some of these low contracts we probably should go over if the name looks familiar. But what do you think of that first one I mentioned about Gavrikov? That seems like a good signing, 29 years old. He's obviously good if he's getting fucking $49 million, no? I'm going to assume he is. Then you got good sign for the Rangers. And then you got this guy here, Martin Favari. 7 years, $42 million contract extension with the Washington Capitals. Only 25 years old, so I'm guessing he's probably even better than Gavrikov. Nothing wrong with having a top four there, Sage. It looks like Connor Brown has divorced the Edmonton Oilers. 3 years, $12 million to sign with the New Jersey Devils. So, there you go. We got two re-signings here. We got Gage, Gone Cavs. 2 years, $2.4 million with Tampa Bay. You've got TJ Tynan, 1 year. They don't even know his salary with Colorado, so we're gonna say that's more of a minor league prospect. Tanner Jennett signed 5 years, $17 million with Boston. You got Nick Cousins, 1 year, $825K with Ottawa. Like, are these signings that we should not? You know what? Welcome to the Thundercloud Nameless. There's no need to say fuck baseball today. There's no need of that. So just depth signings. So let's skip some of those depth signings. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Because I know the Leafs signed a guy named Michael Pezzetta who had no points in 19 games last year, so he's not good. We'll just keep looking at the salaries. I'd say this Ryan Lindgren, who signed with the Seattle Kraken, is probably pretty good. Defenseman making $4.5 million a year. I mean, that looks solid. I'm going to skip that. Oh, wow, there's not really many notable signings once we start getting into the low. We've got Brandon Tanev, $7.5 million on a 3-year deal with Utah. The Utah Mammoth, not the Utah Jazz. And you got a lot of these are just such small money that it's like some of them legitimately say not applicable for their salary. Legit, not applicable. What else you got here? You got Utah Mammoth signing Nate Schmidt, defenseman, 33 years old, $10.5 million over a 3-year deal. So I'm guessing he's just kind of a bottom 6 guy there, or bottom 2 on your defensive pairing. Then you get non-notable. You got Sean Curley signing with Boston, 2 years, less than $4 million. James Van Riemsdyk signed with Detroit. I remember when he used to be good. I don't think he's any good anymore. 1-year deal worth $1 million though. I remember when Jeff Petrie used to be good. Or am I thinking of someone else? I might be thinking of someone else there. I might be thinking of the guy on Houston, to be honest. So not a bad third liner. So some of these guys are good, even though they're not getting paid a whole lot. He used to score over 30 goals, I think, back in the day. This Cody Ceci must be good. He signed with the Kings, 4 years, $18 million. You also got Antoine Forsberg signing there for $2.25 million per year. Jonathan Drouin, he's a big bust. I think he used to be a Moosehead, actually, signing with the New York Islanders, 2 years, $8 million. I don't know. Dallas took Radek Faksa, kind of names Faksa, for 3 years, fucking $6 million. Then we got a bunch of non-notables. We're just gonna keep scrolling because none of these are notable. Like, we're getting to the point where it's looking pretty bad. You got Nico Sturm as the next big signing after about 10 that I skipped. Minnesota, 2 years, $4 million. Lars Eller going to Ottawa, $1.25 million a year for 1 year. Some guy named fucking Pontus Holmberg, $1.55 million, 2 years. I mean, I don't think the Leafs even wanted him anymore. Michael Granlund's a big deal, though, I'd say, or a decent deal. I mean, 3 years, 21. I don't know. They just got a bunch of non-notable. You got John Klingberg going to San Jose, $4 million a year. I don't know. There's just a lot of Ryan McLeod going to the Buffalo Sabres on a contract extension, $5 million a year. You've got Will Kyle going to fucking New York Rangers, fucking $3.9 million a year. I just seeing so many, and the most. Here's some of the most recently. You got Simon Holmstrom going to the Islanders. 2 years, 7.25. This is a very underwhelming free agency class stage. You weren't fucking kidding, were you? That brings us up to speed with the NHL. The NBA, luckily, will take less than that. So there was even less moves in the NBA. That's terrible. There's not really many like big names. You know what I mean? And the NBA, I mean, has been hyped as being a crazy off season, and I'm just not really seeing it so far as well. It was kind of disappointing. I think we covered more moves like this is the opening day of the NBA. Let me take a look here. Make sure I'm not fucking anything up. I actually can go through the NBA pretty quick. So all we've got today, we basically got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander signing a 4-year, $285 million super maximum extension with the OKC Thunder. Just a ton of fucking money there. You got, I don't even know who this is, some guy named Yabusele signing with the fucking New York Knicks for 2 years, $12 million. So he'll be a bench guy that probably isn't any good. Hey, Dan! What? Check your text. And then this is the move that was kind of surprising for me. So this is definitely the biggest move of the day. So what Milwaukee decided to do, so they're trying right now to woo over Giannis so Giannis doesn't want to get traded. Now, their logic in what they decided to do doesn't make sense because Brook Lopez left them for the LA Clippers, I do believe. And so they thought that by waiving Damian Lillard, who is a very good player, he will not play this year though, and then signing Miles Turner, who's a marginal upgrade over Brook Lopez, was the way to go. So, I mean, Miles Turner is not, he's a solid player, but he is not like a difference maker by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, he can hit some threes, play a bit of D, get some rebounds, that sort of thing. But you know, at the end of the day, I mean, he's almost 30 years old. The deal, 4 years, $107 million is not what the problem. The problem is you had like an all-star at point guard. You're letting him walk. Yeah, he tore his Achilles, but like, how is that going to woo Giannis back? You lost Brook Lopez and Damian Lillard, and you gained Miles Turner. If I was to make that trade in a fucking free agent, like in a NBA game, that would get turned down. So like, I don't know what they're thinking. Obviously, Damian Lillard will not sign a contract, in my opinion, during the offseason. He'll kind of wait and pick a shot. Maybe even, like, I wouldn't say next offseason, but during the season, he'll pick a shot somewhere, I would say. We did have a trade between the Nuggets and the Kings today. Interesting trade. Jonas Valanciunas is getting traded to back up Nicholas Jokic in Denver in exchange for Dario Saric. So Valanciunas definitely declined. He's been a good player over the years. He's still durable. He's played 79, 82, and 81 games in his last 3 years. We're not going to talk about Dario Saric because we don't really give a fuck about Dario Saric now, do we? Gary Harris signed a 2-year deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, that's the answer right there. Plus defender, bench player, did shoot 43% from beyond the three-point line last year. Or no, as recently as the 22-2023 season. So, I mean, okay, he didn't even do that last year, so cool. The Sacramento Kings signed Dennis Schroeder, formerly a Raptor actually at one point, to a 3-year deal worth $45 million. I mean, he's not a starter. He's more of your bench guy, number 6 or 7 type, in my opinion. We had a trade between, I don't know, the Charlotte Hornets. Like, who the fuck gives a fuck about the Charlotte Hornets? When have they ever been good ever? They picked up Pat Connaughton and a second-rounder in exchange for some guy named Vasil Micic of Milwaukee. So, some sort of salary cap move by the Bucks. So they're trying to, they literally got rid of that player in order to pinch their pennies to sign Miles Turner, apparently. That's what I just quick read there. Then they signed some guy named Jericho Sims to a 2-year deal, probably veteran minimum. He's a backup center, so don't expect much there. The Toronto Raptors, speaking of centers, did do some stuff today. They did sign Jakob Poeltl to a 4-year deal. Well, a 4-year extension, I should say, worth $104 million. So not a bad center to keep around. They also traded for a guy, and I'm gonna butcher the name so fucking bad. They signed a guy named Sandro Makaglashvili, yeah, to a 2-year, $5.5 million deal. Apparently, he's one of those guys. He shot 37% from beyond the arc last year. 26 years old, so he's just going to be someone that can kind of help us space the floor a bit. And that's really all there is to it. So that's the NBA in a nutshell today. So kind of disappointing on both fronts, if you ask me. Sage, what do you think about the NBA? The only thing that was really noteworthy was really the unless we're going to talk contract extensions with the Thunder, the only thing that was noteworthy was what Milwaukee did with that. All right, the NBA can go to hell. He said respectfully, go to hell, for those that are listening. Well, let's Nameless, are you still here? I want to talk a little baseball with you, Nameless. I want to talk a little baseball, Nameless. Are you still around? We had a good game today. We had a good game. It was a good game until it wasn't a good game. Is the best way I could say how this game was, because this game was we're gonna talk about the Blue Jays defeating the Yankees 12-5, but for the longest time it was 2-0 for the Yankees until the Jays scored 4 runs in the 4th inning. I believe like George Springer took care of business today. So George Springer had a home run in the 4th inning, also a grand slam in the 7th inning, and then he had a double, I think, in like the 9th or the 8th inning, something like that. And he had 7 RBI today, so he was fucking he was on fire. Andre Jimenez had a home run. And I think your catchers, what's wrong with you guys' catchers? They're nameless. Your catchers seem to put their glove out a lot and cause fucking interference. That's how Barger got on today. That's how that home run, I think, by Jimenez happened. Is your catchers notorious for sticking their gloves out and fucking trying to get their fucking glove on the bat? I think the headset was taken off. I think it was taken off. I don't think he's with us anymore. Anyways, it looked like it was a pretty good pitcher's duel early until the fucking 6th inning came along. And then the 6th inning, Max Fried unraveled a little bit, so he let 4 earned runs in 6 innings pitch. You still get a nice little fine-tuned ERA of 2.13. Gossman, 2 earned runs in 5 innings, so ERA at 4.18. Blue Jays bullpen was pretty solid overall. I mean, Nick Sandlin had a scoreless inning. Brewy was terrible, in my opinion. I do not like what I see of him whatsoever. I hope he gets sent back down to the minor leagues. Fisher is weird. He can hit 98 miles an hour with his fastball, but he only throws 20 to 25% of them, so I guess he's just a guy that trusts his slider. Chad Green had a scoreless inning, and Yuriel Rodriguez let a run in 1 inning in garbage time. Let's face it, it was garbage time. So the Jays take care of business. They are now 1 game back of the Yankees. All I'm asking for is to take 1 of the next 2, and I'd be happy. But if the Jays want to spoil me and take 2 of the next 2, I would certainly be happy with that for sure. So there you have it. Jays 1 game back of the division-leading Yankees, and we're 9 games above 500. What did I say? I said get to 5 games above 500, then get to 8 games, then get to 10 games. Then you've pretty much accomplished your task. If you can stick around 10 games the rest of the year, you're going to be in it. And I think the Jays do need to make at least 2 or 3 trades at the deadline. Doesn't have to all be crazy, but I think you definitely need to look for a starter, definitely a reliever or 2, probably just 1 though, And then, because Yimi Garcia will be back soon. And you definitely need to find a bat, even though you got Santander coming back at some point. You're definitely going to need to find a bat for somewhere in that lineup. But we'll see what happens. Good day for the Jays today. Azal, I apologize for the inconvenience. Whenever we end up selling merch here, we will give you a 10% discount up to $100 on a future online jersey. How's that sound? And Sage respectfully was mentioned, because we always talk respectful here at the Thundercloud, so please, just drop it. Just drop it, please. Respectfully, though. Respectfully drop it. I forgot to do something yesterday that is very bold-headed, even pig-headed of me, and that is, we forgot to go over the end of the week Pete Rose bowl cut standings. So I do apologize for that. I was too excited for free agency, and then I realized that free agency is fucking terrible. So, thank you. I appreciate that. Fucking asshole. I appreciate that respectfully. Now, here we go. Let's go over the end of week standings, which I should have done yesterday. Tommy Callahan's Auto Parts is proving to be a conniving fucking asshole. Currently in first place with an 8-game lead ahead of me. I can still see that teeter-tottering, as can, I'm sure Sage can vouch for that. That lead is not safe. That lead is not safe. I could definitely leapfrog Sage whenever I want. I just don't want it yet. I want the drama to build up a bit. So, Sage, 136 win. I'm at 132. I do find myself 8 games back because I've taken a few more losses, whereas Sage has a few more ties. Alejandro's astounding team is in third place. 112 wins, 100 losses. I'd like to say that, you guys all have 100 losses or more. Sage and I have 71 and 83. And this is the matchup that is meant to be. We are meant to be the Philadelphia Eagles, me being the Eagles, Sage being the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be the Super Bowl of the Pete Rose Bowl cut, and this will be the only championship that matters, in my opinion. You don't even know baseball, that's why you're not going to stick around. You're not going to stick around. The only reason that you and Katrina are in this league is so that we hit the female demographic. Same goes for Mom. We want to make it look like we're growing, so we had to make some PR moves. That's the only reason why you guys were invited. Okay? So, respectfully, shut your mouth and let me finish the standings. Okay? So, we do have Vlad the Impalers in fourth place. A sub 500 record, but doing better than the Dark Sliders, who are in fifth place. And then we've got Annette's awesome team clinging on to a 3-game lead over bases loaded IBB. So it's pretty tight. It's pretty tight between the two. And then we've got the bottom feeder, which would be Graham's great team. And Sage, I don't know if we should talk about this on air or not, but it's getting to that point of year where maybe we want to fuck his roster up so he's just a buy. We'll let his roster stay. I mean, he won't change his roster anyway, but it's practically a buy every time we play him. Everyone else has been good, and I'm very happy. We have 7 active people this year. To me, that's a big win. That's a big win. If only we could find an 8th. I don't even care if you suck. Well, would you give up if you were 52 games behind? Because I know that bases loaded IBP has not given up, and he's 50.5 games behind Sage. Graham's only 5 games out of the fucking 6th seed. It's gonna be heartbreaking for one of the people that are currently slotted between 3 and 7 to not make the playoffs. I would just leave the league. I would never show my face in public again. I would certainly never show myself in fantasy sports whatsoever. But it is what it is. We do have a notable move today. Move Tommy Callahan's Auto Parts has decided to part ways with Aaron Nola, starting pitchers of the Philadelphia Phillies. In exchange, he has added nobody. He just said, "Fuck this, I've had enough," was a direct quote that I got on, Discord the other night. Let's just put it that way. So Sage has had enough. Aaron Nola, great little fantasy contributor in the past. Last week, deep dove into him. He had around a 6 ERA or more. He has been a complete disappointment. Sage has also mentioned that he is willing to trade Marcell Ozuna, a DH of the Atlanta Braves. That is someone he has put up on the trade block. I can see it as of 4:15 on July 1st, shortly before Sage took a long 5-hour nap. So, if you're looking for Marcell Ozuna, he's likely to commit domestic abuse against women, but he hits a lot of home runs. I'm not interested. I only take character guys. That's why I've never even thought about taking that clown from fucking the Miami Dolphins there. Who's that guy's name? Tyreek Hill? You'll never see me take Tyreek Hill because Tyreek Hill is just a fucking asshole. Honestly, he's just a fucking asshole. That's why I wouldn't take Adrian Peterson. There is currently, I've got sources buzzing in my ear telling me that there's an active trade offer for Marcell Ozuna that has floated in. We do not have terms of what is going on, but when I do, I'll tell everyone. There is an active offer, though, so Sage, please let us know what you think of the offer right away. This would be the first trade that has ever broken during a live. Speaking of trades, I would like to trade Jackson Holliday and Shea Langeliers, potentially more, for a second baseman. So if you've got a second baseman out there, that's good. I'll make a fucking trade right now. Welcome to the Thunderclap Puss Tits and Ass. You might be disappointed. I don't think we're doing video games tonight. Right now, we're just talking shop. We're talking fantasy sports trades. Hopefully that's your cup of tea. If it's not, I do apologize. But welcome to the Thunderclap Puss Tits and Ass. Regardless. Too bad he's shit. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't like 30 home runs from your catcher? Who's your catcher, Nameless? Who's your catcher? Oh, you're not so quiet now. You're quiet for the Blue Jays segment. Now you're not so quiet. Now you're puffing your chest in the fucking air. Son of a bitch. Let me check your catcher. You probably got 3 of them on your goddamn roster. Where are you? Get a better name next year. Bunt into double play is a better one. Okay, you got Cal Raleigh. Okay. All right, I look like a fucking idiot. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, Cal Raleigh's pretty good. He's got 33 home runs on the year, so we're just going to pretend like that. We're going to pretend like that never happened. Well, actually, let me scout your second baseman out while I'm at it, because I'm looking to make a trade. But it doesn't have to be Shea Langeliers. Why the fuck is Brendan Donovan having a good year? I don't understand why he's having a good year at all. I used to love him. Every time I get him, he fucking sucks. I'll take Brendan Donovan from you. I'll give you Jackson Holliday and Shea Langeliers because you probably need a backup catcher. You probably do need a backup catcher. Whoa, we've got a... this could be a sizable offer. So Tyler Soderstrom and Chase Burns for Ozuna and Eric Lauer has been offered. Yeah, you're back up. Oh, Austin Wells? Austin Wells is shit. He's shit. You don't have a backup catcher, do you? Ivan Herrera doesn't even play anymore. He does have a nice sparkling 925 OPS though on the bench there. I do see that. All right, so you're basically saying that you don't want to trade with me. Okay, well, maybe I've got pitchers that you need. I'd love to take Griffin Jacks from you, but I doubt you'd do that. Oh, well, he's only got a 4.08 ERA though. He wouldn't fit on my team. God damn it though, he's got 60 strikeouts in 35 innings. Son of a bitch. I'll trade for Griffin Jacks. He was mine last year. Can I have Griffin Jacks back, please? What is Marcel Ozuna even doing this year? Let me take a quick look here. Other than beating his wife, what is he doing? Let's see here. I mean, he's not doing bad, but I think that trade's a bit rich. That trade's a bit rich. He's got 11 home runs and a 770 OPS. His slugging is south of 400. I don't. He's 34, turning 35. Oh damn! Those damn notifications. Welcome to the Thundercloud, Angela. We're just talking shop right now. We've got a hot little rumor now between I believe Sage and Dan are working out a trade as we speak. It would be the first ever on live YouTube there. I'm confused on a few levels. You don't trust Chase Burns anymore, Dan? Have you read that he's going to the minor leagues? Because I'm going to type in Chase Burns right now. And I'm going to type in Roto World after it. Our unofficial sponsor. Who needs to get NHL on their fucking page. Is he getting sent back down? I think there's some concern that he's getting sent back down. Yeah, I mean, he struck out 5 in a row, 5 of 6 in his first start against the Yankees, so we know he's got a live arm. But why would you be looking to get him for Eric Lauer? Especially since you're not believing in Soderstrom, are you? He had 5 pitches tonight, hitting 101. Chase Burns did. Well, I guess Dan's worried that one more bad start and he's out of the league. You believe in Asuna? You don't believe in Tyler Soderstrom? Is that what you're saying? Probably shouldn't say that when you're in a live negotiation here with Sage there, Dan. Well, I would. Are you trading? You want to trade me Jose Altuve? Do you want to trade me Jose Altuve? I want Griffin Jacks too. Well, Jose Altuve, we got to start with Jackson Holiday. Maybe I'll throw in 3 players. I'll throw in 3 players for Jose Altuve. Let me see how Jose Altuve is doing right now. 2025. I don't like having midgets on my team, but he can hit. I heard your phone go off. Is that trade?
That's Sage. We're talking things up.
Whoa.
Sage is now interested in Altuve.
Sage is interested in Altuve? I would only go... He's only got a 730 OPS this year. So as high as I'll go will be Shea Langeliers and the other guy there, Jackson Holiday. I'm not fucking giving you much, is all I'm going to say. Let me check Alejandro's astounding team. Not interested in the catcher. Hey, Altuve never beat his fucking wife or tried to throw her off a balcony like Jose Reyes. Okay? Cheating is part of the game. That's why we are the Pete Rose Bowl cut. It's what we do. You'd call him the biggest cheater ever, but he's too fucking short to be called that. Okay. That's cute. Let me see. Yeah, fuck the Yankees. Fuck you guys. Fuck Derek Jeter. We're not gonna fuck him with barbed wire dildos. That's not what we do here. I'm gonna put a warning on you. I'm gonna put a fucking warning. There's a warrant out for your arrest if we were playing Red Dead Redemption. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Respectfully. We don't talk that way on here. We talked like gentlemen. Okay. Let me see. Gleyber Torres. I don't want Gleyber Torres. He's doing good this year, though. Huh. Mikael Garcia. Shit. Actually, this is probably the person I should be talking trade to. Is their catcher shitty? I don't know. He's doing pretty good. Fuck. Oh, for fuck's sakes, this is bad. Corbin Carroll has been added to the trade block. We can rest assured that Dan's a little bit concerned about the bone chip. Guess who's not interested in Corbin Carroll? I'll give you Jackson Holiday for Corbin Carroll. And I'll sweeten it with Shea Langeliers. That's all you're going to get from me. You're not going to get any more than that. I'm trying to see, does she have a fucking second baseman that I could use? This guy's got a good amount of... What is this? This guy's got 18 stolen bases. Okay, I see 2 targets I really want. She's got about third fucking base. Okay, I gotta look at my team here, because, wow, this guy's fucking good. This Mikael Garcia. Okay, I don't know. We've got an offer on the table. We've got an unofficial offer of Corbin Carroll being sent to bases loaded IBB. And in return would be Clayton Kershaw. Still a solid little pitcher. The only weakness on my offense is second base. And no one wants to fucking deal with me. It's a goddamn shame. Alright, well, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm gonna take matters into my own fucking hands. We're gonna have something happen right now. We're gonna have a live drop. And then a live ad. I can promise you that Shea Langeliers has been dropped. He is now a free agent for anyone that needs a catcher. We've also got another move coming in. I am bringing back just a sturdy little player. I can promise you that Jake Cronenworth is coming in, and he is coming in for Holiday. So there is a done deal there. And we also have another potential move coming in just 1 second here. Potentially a pitcher is coming to Team Rodfather. So within the span of 2 seconds, Jackson Holiday was dropped, as was Shea Langeliers, and Jake Cronenworth with a 754 OPS has come in. He can play first and second for Team Rodfather. Now I'm looking to trade Jake Cronenworth for an upgrade. So I'll give you guys a 2-for-1. I'll give you a... Oh, do I have to set my fucking roster again for tomorrow? Okay, good. It didn't glitch up like it normally does there. Push Tits and Ass, did you watch the challenges last night? I beat all the Bellotro challenges in the last week or two here. So they're done. We are going to go back to Red Dead Redemption, not tonight, but in the near future we will continue that story. I like this guy. He gets on base. That's a smart move by me. It's unbelievable. Who doesn't get on base? Eugenio Suarez. Do you guys like 26 home runs? I'll trade him. I don't give a fuck. Anyone want Eugenio Suarez? I can tell that right now, behind our backs now, Sage and Dan are just really hammering out a trade right now. I can tell. Because they're both quiet. Let me see what Zhao is saying. He's probably being respectful as normally. Maybe you don't offer a shitter like Holiday or Shea Langeliers, and we trade you him, mate. Thank you, Push Tits and Ass. If you watch the videos, I'll always put the start time of the failed runs as well as the winning runs, so you don't have to fucking go scavenging through the video or anything like that. So Sage wants 26 home runs. Well, you're going to have to pay up for him, is all I'm going to say. He's got a 888 OPS, so, make an offer that I can't refuse. Anyone looking for Mike Trout? I can trade him. Helio Ramos. You looking for Helio Ramos there, nameless? You're interested in Trout. I don't think we match up for a trade, Dan. I wish we did, but I don't think we match up for a trade. Nameless does not want any outfielders, so you are racist against the outfielder. Great. Great to know. I would like to make a trade with Alejandro. I want Mikhail Garcia. And I'm willing to pay the piper. So, expect a trade within the next few hours. I am going to have to trade someone when Yordan Alvarez comes back, but Yordan Alvarez has been gone for a damn long fucking time. He's got renewed soreness in his hand while taking swings on Monday. Chandler Rome reports, okay, so he fractured his right wrist. He might not come back this year and be effective. They say he was closing in on a return potentially as soon as this weekend, but they literally say his setback throws a wrench. I feel like Sage is the one that threw that wrench at him. He's been just wielding that wrench with ungodly power for a damn long time. All right, so what do you want for Griffin Jacks? When is the trade deadline, Sage? You're quiet again, which is making me very perturbed. Extremely perturbed. Let me read up about this player. And Dan, I know you've got your eye on this guy. That's probably why you're looking to make this trade. End of July is when the deadline is. You're mulling trade offers. Don't know. I'm playing Bellotro right now. You're not looking at ESPN. All right. What are you doing? A challenge in Bellotro, or are you doing a What are you doing, Bellotro? Do you need my assistance? I'll always lend a helping hand when it comes to Bellotro. The Eternal Joker, that's not too bad, actually. Like, just don't be fucking stupid with what you pick, you know what I mean? Like, make sure it's a Joker that you actually want to fucking keep. But then sometimes they press you, because sometimes you need one, and you gotta take what you don't fucking want, right? How deep are we into trade discussions here? Is this going to happen live? Well, I don't like that Puss Tits and Ass isn't considered a top fan according to this algorithm. I don't like that at all. He should be like platinumed. Let me just see what Zhao has for Jokers there. So he's got the Hiker. Oh, you've got a holographic Hiker. Ooh. Hollow Splash. Ooh, the blueprints are always nice. Can't find any other good ones. Dan has announced that he is going to be withdrawing his trade offer. Apparently, Sage got too forceful in the negotiations, and trade talks have stalled and completely broken down to the ground. It's a shame. I really thought we were going to break something special tonight. It would have been a nice way to tip off Canada today, where we had an uneventful free agency, but we didn't have an uneventful Pete Rose Bowl cut. What do you mean, few? What do you mean, few, Sage? What's going on here? Are you guys getting heated behind the scenes? Or is this just a show? Find yourself a good polychrome there, Zhao. Find yourself a good polychrome. That's what you're needing. The thing about, I like the holographic Hiker because that actually will grow as the game goes on. But holographic, you're dead. Oh my god. What do you mean you're dead? What ante did you die in? That's on you. That's not on me that you can't find a good malt joker. Maybe you should be a better scout. Oh, Anti-6 is a bitch, actually. Because you only had 3 of 5 jokers? Do you think you're being too picky, maybe, or... I think you might have been being a little too picky. I don't think that, well, make sure you're looking underneath. Well, I think you are. If you get the holographics, you are skipping blinds at times. So, yeah, I think you are, you probably are skipping then. I hear typing in the background, and I know what that means. There's something being worked up behind the scenes here. While they talk shop, let me just see if there's anything that we missed in sports. I doubt it. Hasn't been fuck all today. What an uneventful fucking free agency. This isn't what I asked for. NBA. Jaren Jackson, like, who cares about that? Oh. The Hornets signed some guy named Trey Mann to a 3-year deal. Okay, cool. The Heat acquired some guy named Simone Fontecchio from the Pistons via a sign and trade. Duncan Robinson signed with the Pistons for 3 years, $48 million. Okay. I might have missed quite a bit of shit, actually. Larry Nance agreed to a deal with the Cavaliers. Okay. This guy here, Drew Eubanks, signed a 1-year deal with the Kings. I missed quite a bit, but these are all small signings. These are all kind of like, they don't really matter. Like Joe Minott, who's Joe Minott signing with the Boston Celtics 1 year, 2 years, $5 million. That's just a guy. Tim Hardaway signed a 1-year deal with the Nuggets. So there you go. We're all brought up to speed there. The past few years, has it been like that for basketball as well, or you mean just more so for hockey? I would like to wish everyone a happy Bobby Bonilla Day. He just received another $1.19 million from the New York Mets because he signed that. I believe it was a $25 million 25-year contract or something like that. Something foolish back in the day, back in 2000. It might have even been a 30-year deal, to be honest with you. Okay, so we've got a little bit of smack talk going on. Let's keep it respectful, gentlemen. Let's not get too carried away with each other. But I will read verbatim. Sage is going to regret this one. I'll stick with the 22-year-old and the 23-year-old, and he can stick with Ozuna, soon 36. It's actually soon 35. And Lauer, 30. Well, I'm surprised Sage didn't pull the trigger on that. But obviously, you and Sage both have concerns surrounding Tyler Soderstrom, because I do not believe Eric Lauer would stall this transaction whatsoever. I do not think that for 1 second of a minute. I believe you guys are both in doubt about Tyler Soderstrom and who he is. It makes me wonder if you're considering dropping Tyler Soderstrom. He can't hit the curveball. They're doing what they did to Carlos Delgado back in the... He hasn't done shit in the last 12 games. You know what I say about that? I don't believe in sample sizes. I believe in the big sample size, not the little ones. In baseball, you can go 0 for 20. It happens all the time. Doesn't matter if you're a fucking 330 hitter or not. You're going to go in spells where you fucking just look like complete and absolute, utter fucking dog shit. That's baseball, Sage. I like Soderstrom. I like him a lot. Hasn't done shit, but still has home runs that are more than Ozuna. Okay, so we've got a bit of a rebuttal from Dan, who now takes the number 1 fan of this stream from Sage, who was number 1. This is getting very interesting. This is getting very heated. We need to keep an eye on this. Ozuna is a good character guy. Leave him alone. Okay, Sage, you had to go there. You had to bring up that he was a good man. I'll beg to differ, but I like where your head's at. I like what you're doing there. All Ozuna can do is get walks this year. You know what though? Do you know what that's called in Moneyball? It's called getting on base, which is a beautiful thing. That's all I care about. Do you get on base? How's Tyler Soderstrom for getting on base? Is he getting on base? Probably not as good as Nick Kurtz. Okay, that's why you're interested, because he gets on base. Do you know who also gets on base, who I just picked up from the free agency? Jake Cronenworth. He gets on base. He's only hitting 234, but he's got a 350 on base percentage. So, my worst on base percentage now is Eugenio Suarez, who's got a 324 on base with 26 home runs. So if you guys are you want to ruffle some feathers, trade for Suarez, trade for Trout. Let's make it happen. Let's make something big happen. But not many of you guys have good second basemen that I want. Let me see what Mother has for second baseman. I could probably rip her off. Oh, she's got Ozzy Albies. Oh. How's he doing this year? Ozzy Albies doing terrible. Was he injured? No, he plays 322 at bats. I don't know. That's not very good. Geez, Austin Riley's not really doing what he normally does either. Atlanta's just underachieving. Except, do you know who's not underachieving? Do you guys remember in the draft I picked a few guys up? I reached for them. One was Spencer Strider. The other was not Marcell Ozuna. The other was Ronald Acuna. And then the other was Bo Bichette. I reached hard on those guys. Acuna currently has damn near an 1,100 OPS through his first 123 at-bats. Oh, Devers is on the trade block. We could talk Devers right now, because I will throw in a big trade, unless the Corpse Files wants to give me Miguel Garcia. I'll give you Eugenio Suarez and more. And I do mean more. For Rafael Devers. If you want Mike Trout, I can throw Mike Trout in there. If you need a little bit more, I can throw a little bit more in there. I would love to have Rafael Devers on the team. Now that he's not a Red Sox, I can officially do it. I don't carry Red Sox and Yankees. It's just not what I do. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Let's make a fucking trade right now. Tell me what you got. You got an initial offer of Eugenio Suarez and Mike Trout. What else do you need to facilitate the trade? Okay, you're interested. Just tell me what you need. I can make the pain go away. I can make the pain of being fifth place go away. But it's going to cost you Rafael Devers. Now, is this because you're scared that he's hitting in Oracle Stadium now, and you believe that he's done? We've got a move to... Fuck off, you fucking son of a bitch. We've got a move to announce. We've got Shea Langeliers has been picked up by Alejandro's astounding team. Being dropped is Trevor Larnach. So we're going to take a look at both players real quick here. Actually, we know what... well, you guys might not know, so I'll go over it. Who the fuck is Travis Larnach? Sounds like Larnach. Or Larynx. These live moves, these are not good. Let's not make this a fucking habit. Yeah, not a bad drop. Larnach, 746 OPS this year, 731 his career. He's 28, turning 29. He's an outfielder. Looks like he's a left-handed bat, probably meaning he platoons, doesn't play full-time. So, I think that's a good drop. Shane oh God, I can't even say his fucking name. Shea Langeliers does have legit power. So, for example, last year he hit 29 home runs in 534 plate appearances, 482 at-bats. This year he had 11 home runs in 211 at-bats. So, he's a guy that can hit, he's going to hit 30 home runs a year as a catcher who doesn't play necessarily every day. Now, he's not going to get on base. He's never been good at getting on base, but the guy can fucking hit. Oakland knows how to fucking find motherfuckers that fucking hit. Who's got 64 walks? Devers? Devers? Let me take a little look at Devers here. This is getting... business is about to pick up there, puss tits and ass. I don't even think... Puss tits and ass, you're not even a big fan of sports, are you? Oh, geez, he does have 64 walks. Huh. What does he normally do for walks per year? This is his best year for walks by far. What's going on here? Why is he walking so much this year? That doesn't happen. Well, we appreciate your support. We will do gaming here soon. But actually, I bought a couple games tonight. I should probably tell you about them. I bought a game, so a multiplayer game called Peak, which is a game where we have to work together to climb a mountain. We do have Age of Empires. I can't do it tonight because it's going to be too late by the end of that game. What are the other games that I bought that Nathan told me to get? One was a zombie... Yeah, one game is called Surround Dead, and it's basically like a survival, apocalyptic kind of zombie game. The other one is Viscera Cleanup Detail. So I don't know what that is about. I assume it has something to do with cleaning. I'm not 110% sure there. And what was the other game that I bought tonight? I did bought DayZ, and then I refunded it because it looked too much like a shooter. I'm not willing to get rid of Dela Cruz. This conversation is over. What's that last game I got? Is experimental something? Let me just check my text from Nathan 1 sec. Oh, I see a text from Sage saying, trade me Turner. Sage wants Trey Turner. Oh, this is getting spicy here, guys. This is getting spicy. We got less than 1 month left. This is going to be day in and day out. The other game is called Empyrean Puss-Tits-Naz. It's a galactic survival game. So, as you can see, we're kind of going hard after the survival games. I love survival games, honestly. That's why I got rid of DayZ. It was a survival game, but it didn't involve any crafting or anything like that. So it was kind of just a shooter. So you guys know I can't fucking shoot. Let's just, put it lightly. Ooh, did The Last of Us 2 go on sale, though? Let's take a look. I doubt it. $65. Should I buy The Last of Us 2? Huh. I'll let you guys decide. You guys decide if I should buy that or not. We got a comment from Dan. He's probably getting belligerent towards Sage. I'd like to announce that George Springer's game-breaking grand slam was his 100th home run as a Blue Jay. That's good. Sage is saying worth it in his opinion. Nameless is saying nope, don't buy it. We've got Puss Tits and Ass saying heal ya. Heal ya. I don't. But every now and then I gotta put on a show for the people. So I gotta do things I don't want. and then I end up buying games like Silent Hill, and I end up uttering death threats to the developers, both verbally and via email, as well as snail mail, and it gets me in trouble. But I do everything I do it for you guys. So there is that, okay? But yeah, expect a lawsuit, another lawsuit. The one thing I liked about The Last of Us was I could just choke people out, though. And I do hate shooting games. You're right, Sal. You're damn right. I hate them. But at least I could just choke people out and beat them with baseball bats and stuff, which was always nice. Springer, I liked George Springer. Everyone last year wanted to say that George Springer was done. I never thought so. Yeah, you're when you sign a player at that age, you're gonna get a decline, definitely. But this year he's doing pretty good. He's at 853 OPS or something like that. So I like Springer. Good character guy too. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. Puss tits and ass. That Silent Hill. I won't give it another shot. I wonder sometimes to myself, should I give it another shot? And so far the answer is no. But maybe one day maybe I'll give it another whirl, and then maybe again I'll hate it more than I did even before. We've got in the last 30 days, Ernie Clement has been the third most hits in all of baseball. Well, Ernie Clement, certainly better against lefties than righties, has been a solid addition. We got him from Oakland, I believe, some trade years ago. Rookie at 28 years old, so I mean, a good value get. He's not going to get traded, I don't think. He's got more value to keep than to be traded. Plus, he can play shortstop as well. Now, the one thing I don't like is we now have two Jimenezes on the team, so that's going to be very confusing, especially since they're both middle infielders. And literally today, while I'm playing Blotch right here, Jimenez feeds to Jimenez for a double play. Like, it's just, we're going to have to get rid of one of the Jimenezes, because it's just going to be too much for me to tolerate, I think. All right, so we don't have a trade tonight. There's no trades to be announced. Is that correct? I thought we were going to break one live. I really did. But it doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like that's going to come to fruition. Is that correct? And Dan, do you work tomorrow? So I can plan. You don't. Okay, so you don't work tomorrow, or you do? What trade did you make with this guy? You offered a fucking trade fucking next year's Canada Day with him? I can ask you after the stream, because it's hard to... it just helps me plan out when we're going to do games and that sort of thing there. All right, well, guys, we had a trade that we thought was going to be made. An impending lawsuit between me and Nathan for the logo. Well, Nathan made the logo, so there's that. I'm not involved in the logo. I can prove that it was given to me as a gift. That's your cloud? Well... It looks a lot better because it's whiter. We've got whiter clouds over here at the Thunder Cloud. Sorry, Indie Game Cloud couldn't get the job done. Yeah, Sage said he knew the little IGC cloud in the bottom would cause issues. Well, you guys got to get rid of that. I didn't ask for that. I mean, that's subliminal marketing. I am pushing people to your channel without even saying a goddamn thing about Indie Game Cloud. No? That's the way I view it. Some people pay a lot of money just to have something like that. Little cloud that you can't even fucking notice. But yeah, take it up with Nathan. Take it up with Nathan. He snuck it in there. He's a goddamn little fucking sneak. Fucking hobbit. No offense, Nathan. I said hobbit respectfully. Little fucker. Alright, guys, we're going to call it there. I'm very disappointed that a trade could not be made tonight, but Sage and Dan were too bullheaded, and that's usually what happens. You get two bulls in the cage here. Something's got to give, but sometimes something doesn't give. So we'll see if they get back at it tomorrow. Speaking of getting back at it tomorrow, we will be back live tomorrow at around midnight Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night, guys. Happy Canada Day, and fuck free agency is what we learned today. So see you guys tomorrow.